Okay.
Good morning, Facebook.
Our thing is like all wobbling.
Yeah.
We're using a ring light and it's like...
It's a little bit wobbly, but it's okay.
Okay,
Oh,
there
there
we
we
go.
go. We got it under control.
Don't touch it.
Yeah. Don't touch. Don't move. It's 8:04 on this. What even is it? Is it June
The 21st?
June 21st. It's a Tuesday. Oh my goodness, I'm so off today.
Well,
I'm
you
Se
worked on
Kwon.
Sunday, so...
Yeah, that's true. So my
it kinda
days are a
throws
little bit
your...
shifted.
Yeah. I wish it was Thursday, but it is Tuesday.
I know. We're almost there, though.
Se Kwon, Lisa Budeau, thank you for joining us,
Yes.
whether it's on the Facebook Live or on the podcast.
Yeah, let's get you caught up right away on some storm damage. I was out live in Hitterdal, Minnesota today. That's about 10 miles north of Hawley. And gosh, lots to look at this morning. And really, like all throughout the morning on First News, it seemed like I was finding more and more and more damage. We saw a tree that fell down onto a roof of a shed. We saw... Gosh, so many things. Crews restoring power while we were live on the air. I spoke with someone who, and we'll touch on power outages a little bit later too, but I spoke with a worker and he told me that he was out since 8:30 last night. So and he was still
24
here.
hours, like
yes.
just, no break.
Totally. And so if you see any of those crews out there, thank them because they are very hard at work restoring power and yeah, lots of damage in that area. Lydia was talking about wind gusts up to like 80 miles per hour in some.
Yeah, there was one town, I thought it was close to East Grand Forks.
Okay.
Close, and it was 90,
yeah.
90 plus.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. And truly, I mean, you could see the aftermath. So, yeah, lots of cleanup that crews are going to have to do there.
And just kind of following up on that, talking
Yeah.
about today's forecast, if you are cleaning up, it's going to be really windy again today. So not as windy as yesterday and not, you're not going
felt
to be
that out
dealing
there
with the rain or
yeah.
storms. Yeah, I would imagine. So
Yeah.
it's going to be super, super breezy, I should say,
Yeah.
and then a high temperature around 82. So a little bit cooler if you didn't like the, 101 degrees or
Yeah.
90 degrees. I think the best part is Lydia was talking about maybe a little break from the humidity.
Oh.
So not as sticky, not as
Can use
muggy.
that. More breathable out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of power outages, we know that many people lost power last night, and some of them even woke up in the dark this morning. So XL Energy, earlier we reported on a bit more than 300 customers were without power in the Fargo-Moorhead area. And then, of course, crews have been out and about in so many different parts of the region, Fargo, Moorhead, Dilworth area, trying to restore that. Cass County Electric's outage map, we saw as many as 1,200 people without power overnight, but then it came back on at about 1. So going back to Hitterdal, we were speaking with crews from Ottertail Power, and they said that they were still working to restore all of the power lines, even at like 6 in the morning. So just wanted to give a heads up, if your power is out in that area, it's going to be fixed. Just be patient.
Another problem area we know along Highway 81 in the Wild Rice area,
Yeah.
because the wind actually just, how it is with the power lines or whatever, they just, one goes down. It sounds like it was like a mile stretch. So that's going to be a big mess. We're hearing about 72 mile per hour peak wind gusts in that area as well. But so that cleanup process is underway as well. A mile long, I suppose, just once they start going.
Gosh,
Crazy
to think about. Okay, I-29, if you drive on I-29, you should know, starting today, there's going to be a series of closures in Fargo overnight. So they are going to be closing down the 64th Avenue South Bridge project, or it's going to be closed there in that area because crews need to work on that project. So here's what's closed: the northbound and southbound lanes from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. That's going to be today and tomorrow. And this is for crews to be able to install some beams for the overpass there. And that road is also going to be closed some other times this month as well overnight. So that's going to be 27th and the 28th of June for the northbound lanes, 29th and 30th for the southbound lane. So we'll remind you about that as we get closer to that.
And you probably remember this story. We've been tracking it for you since April. The Fargo School Board is having a special meeting today to discuss the Fargo South English and drama teacher that they suspended without pay because of inappropriate behavior with students. So that's supposed to be happening here in about an hour at 9 this morning. When we did dig through his personnel file, we did find some pretty serious allegations there of inappropriate touching, asking for nude pictures, and just students saying that he touched them inappropriately. So we will have a crew there, and we'll let you know tonight on WDAY what the school board decides.
Yeah. Okay, we also had a story out of Grand Forks that we've been tracking for you for a while, at least on First News, at least since of yesterday. But right now, we know that police there are trying to figure out if the bullets found outside of a home in Grand Forks were revenge shots for a deadly crash. So that home belongs to the mother of Valentin Mendoza, and you might remember that name. He's accused of murdering 17-year-old Ethan Carson and 16-year-old Damian Powell in a crash last year. So according to police, they say a dozen shots were fired through the fence, which was on Sunday, almost hitting a boy who was even playing outside. So scary. We also know a garage was hit in that area as well, but police are saying revenge is a possible motive. We also found out this shooting happened just 2 days after the 1-year anniversary of that crash, so kind of a weird correlation there, but we know that officers are still looking for the shooter, so we'll stay on top of this for you.
Yeah, definitely a to be continued story.
Yeah.
Still a lot of questions on that one. Quick heads up: if you live in Horace this morning, the water's going to be shut off. I kept trying to say power outage, but it's a water outage.
Yeah, so many outages.
So many outages. So they're going to be doing some testing of the water pressure in the Willow Court neighborhood in Horace, but it's going to last for about 4 hours. So that could affect your day if it's starting at 9 this morning as well. So just be aware. It will come back on, but it could be a couple hours.
Okay, talking more on a national level of things, today you can watch the 4th public hearing on the January 6th insurrection. We heard from members of that House Select Committee investigating it, and they said today's hearing is going to detail evidence of the scheme to push state officials to reject the 2020 presidential election results, and they're going to focus a lot more on that. And yeah, you can watch that special coverage on ABC starting at noon today.
This is a big story we've been following for you as well. South Dakota Senate will start debating today whether their state attorney, Jason Ravnsborg, will be removed from office. This is the impeachment trial, 2 articles. The first has to do with some misdemeanors that he has pleaded no contest to, and that's in connection to a crash that happened that killed Joe Beaver back in 2020. The other is if he did anything else illegal while in office. So to be removed, 24 out of the 35 state senators would have to vote to convict him. If not, he can stay in office. So we'll obviously continue following that for you as well.
Yeah. Okay, Minnesota news for you. Governor Tim Walz is pitching an updated proposal, and what he wants to do is return half of the state's historic $9.25 billion budget surplus and use that money to provide direct payments to Minnesotans. So each person would get $1,000 for couples or families. They'd get up to $2,000. And if you remember, earlier this year, Walz already proposed something called the Walz checks, is what he called it, and it was for $500 in direct payments. So this obviously doubles that original amount. Walz is also calling for a special session, and he's telling everybody, hey, this is only a 1-page bill, and we'll wrap it up in 15 minutes. So we'll let you know if that happens. But that's something that I wanted to pass along to you guys.
And we know we have a ton of pet owners watching,
yeah,
probably listening.
yeah.
So this is an important one for you. Fresh Pet is announcing a recall on some of its dog food because of a salmonella risk.
Oh.
And although no one has got sick, dogs or anything so far, they're saying it's potentially dangerous to not only your dog, but also you, if you're handling it at all. So it's the 4.5-pound bag of Fresh Pet Select Fresh from the Kitchen Home cooked chicken recipe. Sell by date of October 29th, 2022. So if you have this food in your house, you're asked to throw it out.
Yeah.
And,
That's scary.
That is.
Yeah.
I know, a recall when everybody is at
right.
risk.
Yeah. Jeez.
Pets, parents, everybody.
Everybody, yeah. Toss it out. All right. Hot mic today is going to be filled in by Logan Campbell, and I'm going to be on hot mic with her today at 9:10, I believe. So that should be fun. I have no idea what we're talking about. Logan texted me today and she said, hey, do you want to be a guest on hot mic? And I said, why not? So I guess you'll have to find out. And
I guess that's a good tease too.
Yeah.
You have to tune in.
Yeah, if you want to
watch.
Yeah, exactly. So 9 to 11.
Don't give people too much information.
I know, exactly. If you want to know what we're going to talk about, then you better find out. You can tune in on WDAY Extra, or you can stream it on our website, InForum.com, from 9 to 11.
And a must-read on InForum.com. This story is getting a lot of buzz. There has been, the Cass County Commission has rejected a $2.7 million tax cut on a West Fargo mansion.
Yeah.
So everyone's talking about this big home. Of course, a tax or a cut in the valuation would mean a tax, break in your taxes.
I want to see this mansion. I haven't checked out the story yet, so I'm really curious.
InForum.com, check it out. You can see some pictures and kind of understand maybe the breakdown of that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. I'm trying to put it into my perspective. I'm like, I can't do that. That is a lot of money. Okay, And if you want to check out that story and much more on InForum.com, we got weather, we got sports, hot mic, you can stream us live, and you can get your first 3 months for just 99 cents a month to get unlimited access to our website and everything that it offers. All you have to do is go on InForum.com/subscribe.
Thank you for joining us. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.